For me, it's all about momentum. Keep the negotiations going. You know, when you start going through the documentation, don't get bogged down on the first point of disagreement. Simply note it and move on. Sweep through the document, get to the end. What you'll probably find is that first time around there might be 30 areas of disagreement. The second time you sweep the document, it could be down to 20 and 10. We call this the process of successive approximation. Eventually, you'll get to the end and you'll be down to just 2 or 3 issues, and you're creating a much better climate in which to resolve those and get the deal done.
Well, I think I mentioned earlier in the interview about how there were 4 phases, and we divided all our, 4 phases to doing our business, which was research, which is cultivation, which is solicitation, which is the ask. And then this final piece is stewardship, which is kind of after the deal has happened. We found that was a really important part because we sensed every deal was just a down payment on the next deal. But, all the research shows that the reason why people give up doing business with another organization is because they detect a sense of indifference towards them. In other words, we take the deal for granted. In fact, we just don't make enough fuss about them in many ways. So we had a whole stewardship program where we thanked people 5 different ways. We were consistently using other people to thank them. We were always asking and trying to find out why people were doing business with us. Certainly we wanted to see would they refer us to other people. All of those things helped just improve the information bank of knowledge we had about why the deal was successful, what are the elements we learned from it, and what can we change going forward for future deals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest one for me in this case was, know exactly what you're selling and the service that you're providing inside and out. In this scenario, as I mentioned, I came in a little bit later to the game as an account manager for this client, and well after the initial negotiations and plans had been set out. And the more time I spent in the situation, the more apparent and clear it became to me that in many ways we'd sort of advertised a Mercedes, but we sold the client a Yugo. And we simply couldn't deliver on the expectations that we set. And without a really clear sense of what our client needed and valued, we created a scenario for ourselves where we're really not going to come out as winners, at least not without some serious pain along the way.